Facebook AI has announced BlenderBot 2.0, an open source chatbot that builds long-term memory and searches the internet. So these are the two key advances in the BlenderBot 2 model, that it searches the internet and that it has long-term memory. So I'll explain further these ideas. There are two separate papers they've published: Internet Augmented Dialogue Generation and Beyond Goldfish Memory, long-term memory for dialogue, some title like that. So these are the two parts. It learns to use a query generation system to generate queries for the internet and then encode the returned documents from the internet. So differently from, say, information retrieval systems, instead of using like the dense passage retrieval augmented generation model to retrieve from the face index, is going to use the internet and then also use, say, RAG or Fusion Encoder to combine the returned documents from the internet. And then it also has this long-term memory. So the long-term memory is going to be done for having multi-session chat. So in the paper, they'll discuss how they build these long data sets where they have more than 2 to 15 turns, and a turn being you talk, I talk, and then again, each time we trade something to say, that's regarded as a turn with these dialogue data sets. So these are the two big advances in the new BlenderBot 2.0 model. And then in addition to that, they've open sourced this code and built this Parle AI framework that helps you use it. So Parle AI looks pretty similar to me to like the Hugging Face in terms of how to use it. They have implemented data sets, these different conversation tasks, and they have these model checkpoints, like in the end they describe how you access the model file, zoo BlenderBot. Then they have a Google Colab that shows how to use it, and you drop in the model file and all these other things, how to chat with the model, how to look at some data, how to train the model, and then how to build custom models and data and load in your own data sets on top of this Parle AI platform. So a really interesting looking platform for doing this in this BlenderBot 2.0 model that's been extended so it can avoid problems with having these static language models. So usually you train a language model on a snapshot of Wikipedia or a snapshot of the internet, and then it can't really update to new information compared to something that can do internet queries. So say you ask it, what NFL team does Tom Brady play for? It would return the New England Patriots because it can't update itself to the new knowledge about the internet and what team Tom Brady plays for. So a really exciting new chatbot, open source, something that you can play around with and load the weights and use in your research, and all sorts of cool things in this BlenderBot 2.0 model.